from part-time they go to poverty. That's the problem. We can't keep doing this. Here's the point. When the market is going up, it's always when the economy is bad. Join my gang, philsgang.com, so you can participate.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With a false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran it 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market on 5/29. That's May 29th. I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of as a St. Jude parent. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When they told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow, they pretty much have saved us.
They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get wrecked with a radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
First of all, the 30 hours before a Fed decision has a 75% or better upward bias. So we're benefiting from that, even though we're off the highs here. Secondarily, if you look at what the dollar is doing today, it's demonstrating some real weakness going into a Fed decision. That tells you they don't believe the Fed's going to be very hawkish at all.
That means the Fed's not going to raise interest rates. Of course they're not going to raise interest rates. And, you know, we're going to talk a little bit about bonds. I know your eyes will gloss over and you'll fall asleep, but not when I'm teaching it. You've got to know about bonds. You got to know about the yields. Why? Because it tells you whether the stock market is in good shape. It's that simple. Should I get in the stock market? Well, just look at the bond yields. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's not any harder than that. It's a great indicator. Great indicator. We'll talk about that. We've got a lot to talk about. But remember yesterday we were talking about, I hope the new president, and I'm scared to death it's going to be Hillary Clinton, because if we get Hillary Clinton, we're not going to get rid of this debt. The debt is killing us. The debt stops economic growth. That's the problem. That's why we're not growing. The economy's not growing. We don't grow. Our standard of living is not growing. The true rate of growth is about 1.5%. We should be at 3%. We're not growing. It's debt. Debt is a killer. And the new president, it's got to be either Kasich, or it's got to be Trump, or it's got to be Cruz. Because if we get a Hillary, she, as I said the other day, is going to continue the same terrible, terrible policies that have slowed our economy. Terrible. The new president needs to change the monetary policies that are in place by this administration. This soaring debt is not working. And we've got to change this. The new president, when he gets into office, the first thing he's got to do is start getting rid of the debt. And I don't want to see, if it's Trump or anybody, if they go in it and they start with some sort of stimulus, I will go nuts. Every president does the same thing. They start out and they start out giving everybody a $200 check, a $300 check. They send everybody a check. Or they do something dumber, like Obama, $750 billion stimulus to get the economy. Which, by the way, when they do that, like when Obama did that, all that money goes to the wrong place. That's the problem with stimulus. They always send the money to their pals, their buddies, or whatever. It never helps the economy. But we can't afford this $200 check. That's ridiculous. Because whatever benefits we'd get out of sending everybody in this country $200, those benefits are wiped out by the not $20 trillion in national debt, but the $126 trillion in national debt. Because I'm including the unfunded debt, which nobody ever talks about. Large debt kills you, kills your standard of living, kills mine. Large debt kills our economic growth. We can't grow. And everybody gets so, and that's another thing that really bothers me. I hope when the president, as long as it's not Hillary, they explain to the people what is debt. They have no idea what debt is. They have no clue. Most people don't. We got to explain how debt chokes us. How debt, it discourages private investment. That means we don't increase our jobs. The only jobs we have are waiter and waitress jobs. Raising taxes is ridiculous. Raising taxes is ridiculous. They always want to raise taxes. And when you raise taxes, that's a negative impact on investors. So stop raising taxes. Stop with the debt increases, because we can't attract investors. They go to other countries. Investors are not going to come to this country, give us their money, when we keep raising taxes and we keep spending the way we're spending. And this debt has made, when you go down your road and you're driving your car and you almost bust your axle because you're so mad the road's so bad, that's because of debt. We have too much debt. Too much debt. But as I say, the big thing is it kills investing. We need investing in this country. We need investing. So I hope the new president does something to start taking the debt, start working it down, explain to the people the problem. You know, it's an amazing thing about it. It took 205 years to accumulate the first $1 trillion debt to the government. We have 20 trillion. That's what they use, so let's use that. You know, it took 205 years to reach the first trillion of the 20 trillion we now have. It took Obama just 403 days to accumulate 1 trillion. 403 days to accumulate 1 trillion. It took 205 years before that. Isn't that nuts? Now, trillion, everybody throws around trillion like it's a dollar bill now. Everything trillion. A trillion. A million. Think about a million. If you took $1 million, all right, let's do it this way. If you wanted to count to 1 trillion, it would take 31,000 years. That's how much 1 trillion is. Isn't that amazing? When we buy something, people really think they go get a boat, they're all excited. They go get a new car, they're all excited. They go buy a wave runner, a snow runner, I don't know, any kind of runner. They're all excited. Look at my new runner. They're all excited. But the president's got to get across to people. No, you didn't buy a wave runner. You didn't buy a new snowmobile. You didn't buy a set of rims for your truck, those big old rims. You bought debt. That's all you did. You bought debt. If you didn't pay cash, you bought debt. You buy that big screen TV, you sit back with your popcorn and you're watching the football game. You didn't buy the big screen TV. Especially if you put out a payment plan. You know those ads, hey, buy the TV, come down, we're discounting it now by 50%. Your first payment doesn't start till next January. You know those stupid ads? You bought debt. Okay, you bought the TV and you bought debt. Okay, as long as you enjoy it, fine, we'll give you credit. But you're buying debt, and too much of our income is spent on interest. And that kills the quality of our life. Because you know why? Because we got to forego other purchases to pay for the darn thing. Debt, when you have debt, it's like going to prison without the bars. Matter of fact, you're better off you're better off to go to prison. There's nothing worse than debt. It takes your freedom away from you. It takes your freedom. It's like having a 1,000-pound weight on you. It limits you. You can't do things. It's the worst thing in the world to have debt. Debt is awful. It's like a cancer. It's so terrible, debt. Because it takes that very freedom away. You're not free. You got to keep that job. You're afraid to lose the job. You can't tell the boss to go stick it. You need to keep the job. What a terrible thing. You got to keep a job you don't like. Isn't that awful? That is being in prison. Imagine you got to wake up everybody and go and face this boss that you can't stand because you got debt. Well, you don't have that. You don't have to face that stupid person. Isn't it crazy? That is terrible. And that's where our country is right now. We're drowning in debt. We can't grow. Hey, we'll be right back. Phil's Gang. Join my gang. 15 past the hour here on Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
We're on our best 2-year job creation streak in 20 years.
What are you, nuts? Who'd believe that? Let me tell you the truth. First of all, the 292,000 jobs we got in December 2015, and they told us the unemployment rate is 5%. Not true. You can't trust these people on Wall Street. You can't trust the press. What they don't count is, in December, for example, the 615,000 discouraged workers. A discouraged worker is a person unemployed, gave up looking for work, but this administration does not count them as unemployed when calculating the 5% unemployment rate. Instead, they classify the discouraged as marginally attached to the labor force, but they're not considered part of the labor force or part of the unemployment. That's why you can't trust what they tell you. If we back into 625,000, the real unemployment rate is 12%, not 5%. That's why you got to join my gang, where you get the truth and where we use charts. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? It's been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Everybody was asking me, how did I know to short Ford when it was November? And it was when Aunt B was telling us everything was fine. Well, what people didn't know is Aunt B was lying to us. Because when she was raising the rates, machinery sales were down 5.6%, computers were down 8.7%, communication equipment sales down 21%. I took a look at our chart and I saw that institutions were pulling money out of Ford. So we said, let's short Ford. And we did that in November, on November 10th, because my charts told me there was a big sell signal and we took advantage of it. And you know that stock Ford has now dropped 17%. That's the return my gang has now, 17%. Don't follow any of the jibber jabber from CNBC or the Fed. Follow me. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. there's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts. Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And Stock Corner is also brought to you by Walter's Way, a wonderful book. The author, Walter Share, award-winning book. Terrific book. Check it out. Walter's Way. Go to my site, philsgang.com, where you can get it today, or go to waltersway.org. That's waltersway.org. A wonderful, inspirational book. I mean, this man, Walter, is an icon. The book is about how he overcomes such adversity that's incredible. The countries he built, the entrepreneur that he is. You don't get people like this guy. These people, so you come across a person, an icon like him, an entrepreneur like that, maybe once in a lifetime. The companies he built the Visual Sciences. That's the company that gave us the fax machine. His accomplishments were iconic. Do you know he had such illness when he was young? He had to go to a sanitarium for 6 years. 6 years. I mean, the life he had was a hard life. He was ready to go in the army, and then they found he had TB, and they put him in asylum. I mean, terrible. Can you imagine being one of those things? I mean, those were terrible places to be. Nobody wanted to be near people who were sick with TB. Nobody wanted to be near them. He had to get through that. 6 years living like that. God, and then to come out and be one of the most iconic entrepreneurs of our lifetime. Just incredible. And the stories are funny. They're enjoying. You'll really enjoy this book. And the wonderful thing is, every book that is purchased, the proceeds go to the Vera and Walter Share Family Foundation and goes to St. Jude. That's right, St. Jude. So check the book out. And as they say, it's an award-winning book, and it has so many great reviews. Axiom Business Book Award is fantastic. If you're going to write a business book, you better have that award. Check it out. Okay, let's go and take a look at the stock market. Now, the stock market's not doing much right now because they're waiting for what? You can see if Aunt B is going to raise rates. She is not going to raise rates. We're not going to see rates go up for a long time. We're not going to see, because the economy is not growing. That's why. So, but what I want to point out is this. We had one stock, and I always ask you to join the gang. Every day, ask you to join the gang. I'm going to give you the number, 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. I'm going to reach out to you. I'm reaching out to everybody, but I'm reaching out to the person who said, I've had such a bad experience in the stock market. I'm worried about retirement. I can't stand the stockbrokers and money managers. And I don't know enough about the market. I'm worried. But I know I got to build my return. I just don't know what to do. And here's the real part. I don't have time. I'd love to join Phil's Gate, but I don't have time. Well, guess what? We're going to change that for you. Because I have a program. It's called my PT2 program, designed just for somebody like you. I'll give you an example. If you were a gang member, and when our program gave you a buy signal, our PT2 program gave you a buy signal, and this, I'm not making this up. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it up tonight. It will be on my website, and I'm going to show it to you. We bought in February 2nd and February 3rd AU, a gold stock. Nobody wanted gold. Matter of fact, Goldman Sachs said, don't buy gold, don't buy gold, don't buy silver. I said, they're nuts. And we watched the institutions come and start buying it. And you know we have over 158% return. I'm not making it up. I'm going to put it up on my website. You'll see it tonight. I'm not making it up. Where it simply turned from a simple red color to a green color that told you to buy. And it's AUY. Beautiful stock. And so I'm going to show you that stock. And we also had another stock that's just as well AU. But go to my site. You'll see that tonight. We did beautiful with that. And that's what you need. You need just a little help. That's all. We did that with gold. We did it with silver. We did it with Caterpillar. We did it with IBM. Beautiful returns. And it's an easy way for you to do it. And all we ask is you donate to St. Jude when you're making money, please. All right. Let's get back to this is interesting. Listen to this. Typical CNBC.
I like Whirlpool.
Why?
Whirlpool is a company, of course, that sells appliances. The appliance market has been down since the recession. The average age of appliances is old. Appliance sales should be strong. Whirlpool made an acquisition of Indesit, and there are about $350 million of synergy savings. Whirlpool is benefiting from lower raw material costs.
Did you buy some in January?
I'm getting a headache listening. He's giving you the things. Listen to what he's saying. He's giving you all these things, the reason why to buy, but he's not giving you the important reason to buy. He's not giving you the important reason. The institutions like Vanguard, BlackRock, T. Rowe Price, Bank of New York, they're buying it. They're buying it. I don't need to know this stuff. I don't need to know about the acquisitions. I don't need to know about the management. I could care less. I don't care about the PE ratio. I don't care about his sales. I don't care about his profit margin, all the crap he's talking. What do I care? You know what I care about? Did J.P. Morgan buy it? Is T. Rowe Price buying it? Bank of New York Mellon? Are the big boys buying it for their pension funds? And I look, and sure enough, guess what? They started to buy it in February. In February, it turned green. I'm not making this up. So it went from 137 up to 191. 137 to 191. Almost a 40% gain you would have had. But guess what? He's telling you to buy it now? Are you nuts? This is not when you buy it. After it ran up almost 40%, are you crazy? Money is coming out. And when it turns red, we'll short it. He tells you to buy it now. Well, why didn't they tell you to buy it when it was at 127 or 137 or 146 or 145? Why? They get you always in at the wrong time. But here, guess what? You would have got in when it was 137, not 191. Join my gang right now. 877-600. This is crazy.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With a false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front loading of the biggest fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009 and they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? It's been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of as a single parent. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey.
El que Sanjun no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When they told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow, they pretty much have saved us.
They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. I'm going to show you tonight. Now, this is free. You can go to my site, philsgang.com, where my videos are. And it's right on the homepage. And I'm going to show you how using my chart, the little PT2, a simple color-coded chart that tells you when to buy. That I'm going to show you how wrong they are in telling you to buy Whirlpool. Why would they tell you to buy Whirlpool when it's already up over, I forgot what it was, about 50%? Are you kidding? It's already going up from about 39%. 30? No. But then I'm going to show you how with the PT2, it got us in at the right time to buy a gold stock, and a silver stock. They were up over 100%. So I want to show you, this is free. It's going to show you tonight with a simple little color-coded chart. Your kids could use it. When to buy, when not to buy. If you listen to these dopes, and most people do, they think these guys are so smart because you say, oh my God, I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about profit margins. He's talking about free cash flow. He's talking about operating cash. Oh my God, I better hire him. I don't know anything. I better give him my money. You're giving a crook your money. These guys are crooks. They're crooks. You mean to tell me you're not bright enough to hook this? It's a software. We put it up there for you. And when it turns green, you don't know what green is from red. You don't know the difference. So try it. Keep it for a month. Try it. Try it. And if when it turns green, if you lose money, then you know it don't work. If you make money, you do. Talking about that, most people have no clue when they're in the stock market, what a bond is. A bond yield is so important. It's so simple. It sends an important signal. When a bond yield goes up, it tells you, okay, hey, now's the time to go into stocks because something is happening. There's a high probability the stock prices are going to go up. When yields go up, that's when you get out of your bonds and you go into the stock market because something is happening that's going to take the stock price and move it up. See, people go to bonds for safety, but smart money, they get out of those bonds and they switch to stocks only if they see the bond yield. They watch the bond yield. It's that simple. And if the bond yield goes down, they say, well, time to get out of my stocks. I'm going to go back to safety. It's so important. So important. Now, here's the problem. These 10-year treasuries, these bonds, we as a nation, we keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. We have to pay $400 billion a year just in interest on our debt. And this interest kills us. Because the problem is when the government has to keep getting more money, they keep spending and spending, and they got to get cash, they sell these bonds, they sell these treasuries. And when they sell these bonds, they sell these treasuries, get the cash that they need. That hurts our standard of living. It lowers our standard of living. Corporations borrow, and when the government keeps raising up the interest that they will pay, they'll say, look, I'll pay you instead of 2%, I'll pay you 3% so they can attract new investors. So here, I'm the government, United States government. I got to make my payment, a $400 billion payment on interest. I don't have it. I'm broke. So I'm going to say, look, instead of paying 2% interest, I'm going to pay 3%. Please loan me money, and I'll give you a bond. Please loan me money. Loan me $100,000. I'll give you a bond, and I'll give you 3% interest. Now that means the problem is the corporation now who borrows money has got to borrow money at 3%. That means he's got to raise the price of his product. That means there's not as many people going to buy it. That means people are going to have to get laid off. You see how it works? But see, a politician, they never ran a business. They don't understand. They don't understand. So please, take advantage, understand what yields mean, interest rates mean, so you can make money in the stock market. So right now, just think about this. Bond yields are a great indicator. They tell you the strength of the market. They tell you the weakness of the stock market. When to buy stocks, when not to buy stocks. It's that simple. Today we know that the economy is getting weaker. And thank God we have a way to measure the strength of the economy. Unfortunately, everybody wants you to look at the stock market. They want you to believe the stock market is what you look at to find out if the economy is weak, if the country is doing good or doing bad. Don't you look at the stock market. Stock market has nothing to do with our economy. We know we're getting weaker and weaker every day by the amount of goods we produce each month. We measure the amount of goods we produce each month. And our goods that we are producing are declining and declining. And the last GDP, it declined by 0.3%. So, investors who are safe, very safe in bonds, will watch. And you'll see the bond yield, the bond yield start moving. And it starts moving higher. Our bond yield went from 1.6 to 1.9. 1.6 to 1.9. Was it 1.6 in April to 1.9 right now? And that's a big move. And that's how you something's going on. So the investors believe, let's get out of bonds and we better start getting into stocks. Something's going to happen. And then you get into the stocks early enough. See, this is what we do around here. And that's why when you see the PT2, it turns green when that happens. So when bond yields go higher, it indicates a demand for bonds are declining. People are dumping their bonds. As demand for stocks are increasing, as investors are anticipating an upward movement in the price of stock. So you want to get in before, like this dope gets you in after it moves. You want in before it moves. And that's why I want you to join the gang so I can help you with this. The stock market, think about this, how crazy this is. The stock market is just 2% from an all-time historic high. All-time. But company operating earnings, corporate operating earnings, are worse now than when the stock market crashed in 2008. Let me say that again. The stock market right now, our earnings of our companies, the profits right now, are worse now than the stock market crashed in 2008. But yet, the stock market's 2% from a historic all-time high, making a new all-time high. See, company earnings and revenues are falling off a cliff. They're dropping for 4 straight quarters, a decline of 8.9%. Manufacturing's dropped for 7 years, a 7-year low. 7-year low. Industrial production's plunged, 10-year low. But we're only 2% from an all-time new high. So everything is bad. The economy is bad, but stocks are going up. Now, with the economy being so bad, you say, why would stocks go up? Why would people get out of the safety of a bond? They see interest rates going up. That's a flag. Get out of your bond. Hey, hurry up. Get in the stock market. Something's going to happen. Because the worse the economy gets, they know, the investors, smart investors know, the Federal Reserve is nothing more than a fire engine. It's a rescue truck. It's an ambulance. They know that they're going to do something. When the economy gets worse, when earnings go down, profits go down, stock prices should go down. But they're not going to let stock prices go down. The Federal Reserve doesn't do that anymore. The Federal Reserve will come in and stimulate. They'll do QE. They'll do something to move the stock price up. So the best thing for investors is to make sure and hope and pray every night the economy gets worse. Because we produce less and less goods, the economy gets worse and worse. We should pray for that every night because they know that the Federal Reserve will come in and pump the stock market up. And that's a beautiful thing. Why? Because when they keep doing that and keep pumping the stock up and it keeps going higher, the stock goes from $20 to $30 to $50, but their earnings go from $50 to $20 to $5. So their earnings are dropping, but their stock price is going up. That's called a bubble. And if you're a gang member, that means we're going to catch it on the way up, and we're going to catch it on the way down because the bubble is going to break. So always remember, you get into the stock market when you see the yield on the 10-year Treasury interest rate go up because they know that the economy is getting worse and worse and worse. But you know the Fed's going to come in and they're going to do something. They're going to print money and they're going to give it to companies to buy their own shares. They're going to do a QE. Maybe they do QE. Maybe they take and drop rates. But at least you're positioned. And then we sit there, and as soon as we see it turns from red to green, we know that the smart money, we know BlackRock, T. Rowe Price, Bank of New York Mellon, J.P. Morgan, they're buying Whirlpool. This guy gets you in after it goes up. Look, 877-600-GANG. I'm reaching out to you. You reach back. Let me help you, and then you help St. Jude. Hey, we'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to this contradiction.
February existing home sales down 7.1%.
American consumers, they have more cash on hand.
What a contradiction. Matter of fact, all the information you get from all the different financial programs, it's all contradiction. But here at Phil's Gang, I will tell you the truth. Join my gang, philsgang.com. You will enjoy it.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. It's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Yellen came out and told us that she is basically going to pull back the 25 basis point hike that she had in December, the quarter point, because the economy is bad. Then she's going to do quantitative easing. So what does that mean? That means as the economy gets worse, the market's going to go up. See, most people think when the economy's bad, the market should be going down. Just the opposite. Because when the economy is bad, the Federal Reserve comes in, prints money, gives it to the companies to buy their own shares back to push their stocks up. Because when the economy's bad, people aren't out spending and their stock doesn't go up. This is how they do it. A great opportunity. Don't miss it. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Become part of this wealth effect. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Put your money to work. Make your investments pay. Listen to Phil Grande and philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
I like Whirlpool.
Why?
Whirlpool is a company, of course, that sells appliances. The appliance market has been down since the recession.
They sell appliances. He's telling you why you should buy. They sell appliances. That's why you should buy. The appliance market's been down. That's another reason. Materials are down. The material costs for Whirlpool are down. That's another reason he tells you. And he also tells you they just bought a company, Indeset. And then the guy asked him, well, where'd you buy it? Oh, I bought it around $70. But he wants you to buy Whirlpool at $191. See how it works? And you think you better buy it from him because he knows that appliances are old. He knows something nobody else knows. Appliances are getting old. He knows the appliance business has been down. This is your broker. You better buy. He's such a smart guy. And he also knows that they bought another company, Indeset. You better buy from this guy. He's so smart. So smart. And the material costs are down, so they're going to make more money, see? And you say, oh, boy, he's my broker. He knows all this. I don't know anything about it. So you go and you buy it when it just dropped from 191, about 190, about 188. Now it's down 173. Just dropped. So it's already dropped 8% since the time he told you to buy it. Now, this is why you don't listen to these people. And it doesn't matter about why the stocks are going up. It has nothing to do. Do you know why the stock when it turned from red to green from 137 up to 191, had nothing to do with any of that stuff. It went up because the big institutions are buying it. You know why they're buying it? Not because of any of that stuff. Because they go and buy stocks. And when they're finished buying that one, they get out of it and they go buy another one. Stocks are for the purpose of making money, to buy. They don't marry them. They don't invest in them. They don't stay in them for 5 or 10 years. Guys like Vanguard and T. Rowe Price and the rest of them, J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, they stay in a stock 2-3 days, maybe a week. Oh, you're not going to be told that, though. The simplicity is beautiful in the stock market. Think of the simplicity. What makes it go up? Not the crap he's talking about. Not PE ratios. It doesn't matter anymore. Stocks are not connected to PE ratios. Whirlpool is not connected to if the materials to build these machines are cheaper. It doesn't matter. It's just the big guys, they all buy the same stuff. So when T. Rowe Price gets together and Bank of New York Mellon guy gets together and Dodge and Cox buyer gets together and Northern Trust guy gets together, if they're all together, they say, which stock you want to buy this week? Hey, let's buy Whirlpool. Then they get out. That's why they bought. That's why it goes up, because somebody's buying it. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Please let me help you. It turns from red to green. Buy it. Now, as I said, we got this presidential race, right? And I hope to God somebody comes in that knows what they're doing. But if this debt gets worse and worse and worse, our standard of living is going to go down, right? But here's the one thing: the economy, the stock market is going to go higher and higher and higher. Isn't it ridiculous? The stock market goes higher and higher and higher as companies make less and less profits. Because the Federal Reserve doesn't want the stock prices to come down. Because the 151 richest families in the world control the stock market. They control 85% of the stocks in the market. They're going to control who's going to be president. The 158 richest, wealthiest people in the United States control. So they want to make money. So when the economy is doing poor, and these 158 people, don't forget, they also control a private company called the Federal Reserve. A bunch of banksters, they control that. They decide, okay, the economy's getting worse. Let's keep on pushing the stock market up so we can make money. That's why they're so wealthy. That's why they're so wealthy. And that's how simplistic the stock market is. Isn't that easy? You know, it's interesting, isn't it? We're on this presidential race, and now they're talking about minimum wage, Social Security. But what they don't talk about is disability. I hope the new president starts talking about disability. Everybody can get disability. Everybody comes off when you get your last unemployment check, you go on disability. They encourage you to go on disability. Pelosi encourages people to go on disability. Pelosi has said to people, go on disability. When you get off of unemployment, go to disability because you can make more money. If you go and work on unemployment, she said, you're only going to make about $13,000 a year. But if you go on disability, you get $13,000 alone. Now add to your free food, add to your free Obamacare, add to your free Medicare, your free housing allowance, you will make $28,000 tax-free. Tax-free. So why go work? Why go work at McDonald's? And it's amazing. That's what they're telling people. Don't go work at McDonald's. You know it's interesting. CEOs, they're complaining about CEOs, the richest people in the world. You know that Walmart CEO, you know what Starbucks CEO, know what he makes a week? $490,000. That's a week. He makes $10,285 an hour. Well, let's put up Starbucks. We'll put up SBUX. Now, SBUX. Now, someone's going to tell you to buy Starbucks. So what do? Listen to them? Oh, yeah, Starbucks, buy Starbucks. You want to see what they're doing. Man, you want to see what they're doing. They're getting these coffee beans. They go into the jungle. They go in the jungle and they fight the natives. And they know how to get around the arrows. And they shoot them. And we get in there and we climb through all the jungle. We go up the trees and we pick the beans. Boy, the stock's going to go to the moon because of these beans. These special beans. Oh, and by the way, Starbucks, Their price to book is up. Their profit margins are up. Their operating margins are up. Oh, you want to see their revenue per share increase? Oh, beautiful book value. Incredible book value. Oh, the manager. Oh, unbelievable what a job he's doing. Look at the return on equity. Look at the return on assets we're getting for this manager. That's not why Starbucks is going up. It's going up because a bunch of crooks are getting together to buy it all at the same time. They want to make some money. So we see, hey, look, it turned green. Went from red to green. It started to go from $58, and then it shot up to $61, $62, 58 to 62. What's wrong with that? So you get a 7% return, but here's better. It now turned red. Well, wait a minute. I thought you said you went through the jungle, and they're killing the natives, and they're bow and arrows, and they found all these new beans out there in the jungle. I thought it was supposed to stay up. I bought it for 5 years. I'm buying and holding. It's going down. What happened to the new beans? It turned red. Why did it turn red? Because the banksters, the 158 richest people in the world, they made enough money. They went out. But at least now it turned red. So it told us, hey, let's get out too. Better yet, hey, let's short it. The market's no more complicated than that, folks. No more complicated. Hey, do you know what the CEO makes you know how much the CEO makes an hour? An hour on Macy's? $7,900 an hour. Macy's, yeah, $7,900 an hour. That's $8,000 a week. I'm sorry, $384,000 a week. So let's take a look at Macy's. When it turned from red to green, it went from $38, went to $45, 38 to 45, red to green. What's wrong with that? That's an 18% gain. Then it turned red, and it then went from use 44 down to 40. But it turned red. It told us 9%. So you make 9% going down. You made money going up. You made money going down. Hey, I don't care about Macy's. You think I care? Oh boy, Macy's. We better buy Macy's stock. They're opening up three more stores, and they're opening up 2 in Hong Kong and 1 in China. They're opening up everywhere. You want to see the new materials they're getting. Now they get new materials. It's going to be cheaper to make their clothing. And who cares? Who cares? All I know is I'm going to buy it when it's green. I'm going to sell it when it's red. And you know what? You check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Call right now, 877-600-GANG. Try it for a month, and you say, well, Phil, I heard him say it doesn't work. Well, then leave. But you won't, because it does work. It does work. Yum. You know what the guy makes at Yum? A week? $153,000. You know the guy at JCPenney makes? $220,000 a week. These are CEOs. Yeah, a week. Isn't that nice? Crazy, isn't it? Look, all I want to do is help you. I'm reaching out to you. Go to my site. First, let me give you a number, 877-600-GANG. Please sign up for this PT2. Go to my site today. I'm going to show you how we made so much money in gold. I'm going to put it up, and you'll see we really did it. Check it out. And why not to buy Whirlpool?
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.